They said the village of Nair Hollow was paradise. Tucked between thick emerald trees and misty hills, it looked like something out of a storybook. But if you lived there, you knew it wasn't paradise for everyone. Not for Hells. At just 24, he moved like someone twice his age. Slouched shoulders, soft steps, avoiding eye contact like it might burn. He wasn't always that way. When he was younger, he ran faster than any child in the valley. He laughed loud. He had dreams. But those things left the day the wolves first came. 5 years ago. They attacked under moonless skies, taking livestock, wounding 2 elders, vanishing into the jungle like smoke. Everyone panicked. Everyone blamed someone. They blamed Hells. He had been the only one not there that night. He had gone into the forest to follow strange tracks, something his late father, a skilled scout, had taught him to do. But when he returned, they didn't ask. They didn't wait. They just named him coward. His father died a hero, and his son runs away? No warrior blood in him. You hide while we bleed? Shame on you. Since then, no one looked at him the same. Hell stopped speaking much. Stopped defending himself. He just woke early, grabbed his faded satchel, and walked alone into the trees. Day after day. For years. No one knew what he did in the jungle. Some said he was running from shame. Others claimed he was cursed. A boy who didn't fight back. Didn't raise his voice. Didn't strike even when villagers threw trash at him. And because he never explained himself, they turned him into a joke. But the truth? Hells wasn't hiding. He was preparing. It began with silence. Not the usual jungle silence, not wind through leaves or frogs humming lullabies. This was different. A silence that warned. And then came the howl. Low. Long. Almost mourning. The village froze. One howl became 3. Then 10. Then too many to count. They were back. The black-shouldered wolves, larger, smarter, more coordinated than any natural predator. The same pack that haunted the village 5 years ago had returned. This time, they were bolder. They attacked goats first. Then the fences. Then the torch lines. Panic erupted. Fathers grabbed weapons. Mothers clutched their children. Old warriors shouted orders, half remembering formations. And someone yelled, "Where's Hells?" Another replied, "Gone." Ran like he always does. They spit his name like venom, as if his absence proved them right. But Hells wasn't running. He was already deep in the trees. Feet moving silently along paths only he knew. Traps already set. Routes already marked. Because for 5 years, he'd followed the wolves. Watched them. Understood them. He had studied the pack like they were a language. And more importantly, he had taken something from them. A pup. Not to harm, but to raise. To bond. To make them stay back. That wolf pup had kept the rest of the pack away. Until now. Because the wolves sensed that Hells was about to stop. About to give up. About to let the village suffer like they had let him suffer. But he couldn't. Not even after everything they did. So he lit the signal torch, his only flare, and led the wolves away. He ran for hours. Through thorns. Across creeks. Bleeding, stumbling, breaking branches to lure them further. He never once looked back at the village. Because he didn't need to. They were safe. The sun crawled through the mist like an apology. Villagers emerged with spears gripped, expecting ruin. But what they found was peace. No wolves. No destroyed homes. No blood. And then a cry rang out from the edge of the jungle. Someone's down. By the hill path. They ran. Crowded. And there, laying in the mud, was Hells. Face pale, arm torn, clothes shredded by claws and time. But in his arms, a wolf pup, no longer a baby, but no longer wild either. Wrapped gently in the same satchel the village mocked him for. The boy they called coward had come back. Broken, bleeding, but victorious. He didn't speak for days. Healed slowly. And in that silence, the village saw something they'd never noticed before. The scars on his legs from setting traps. The maps he'd drawn of wolf patterns. The drawings of the pack, tracking them by name. The journal entries, keep them away, don't let them know, not yet. They saw what he had sacrificed. Years of being hated, so they could feel safe. Not for credit. Not for pride. Just because it was right. An elder approached him one day, weeks later. Why didn't you tell us? Hell stared at him quietly. Then simply said, would you have listened? He didn't fight to be praised. He fought for people who hated him. And in doing so, he proved that courage doesn't speak loudly. It simply never stops protecting.